do what I want.
Hey, how's it going, guys? And yeah, so how do you like the new team preview I made? It's a little, thing I threw together. I thought it looked pretty nice. I decided, let's just go with the more structured art style that you find on, that one website. I forget what it's called, but rather than, mixing arts, which it's fun. It looks more polished, looks better in my opinion. I don't know, I like it. I have my red Umbreon because of awesomeness. So anyway, yeah, so enough about that. So yeah, I'm using a Contrary Superior this match, and I just got really sick of waiting for Pokemon to release these things, because, I mean, fucking, it's October when the next generation's out, and we don't even have everything released yet for 5th gen. I just think it's bullshit, so I just got tired of waiting, so I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna use it. Fuck the rules. So, yeah, anyway, battling a guy named KBAB179. He does have a YouTube channel, so be sure to check him out. And I decided to lead off with my Snanes. It was a mistype. I mean, I accidentally clicked the N instead of the H, and yeah, so yeah, interesting. So I fake out on the first turn because I'm a Life Orb Chains, and then I do carry the Hidden Power Ice for the Gligar. Obviously it doesn't kill because Gligar is a complete badass and he does things. So I go for a U-turn thinking it would kill because, he's in kind of low red. I was like, okay, this will probably kill him. Life Orb Mienshao. And no, he lives on 8 HP. And I'm like, oh, sad face. I don't know. But I go into Toothless thinking maybe he might go for an Earthquake, and then I could get lucky and just go for another U-turn and take him out. But no, he just goes for a Roost, and that is fine, because now I know he's going to either go for he's probably going to go for a Stealth Rock, so I'm going to get Free Switch into my Superior. I'm going to go for a Substitute while he tries to Toxic, and yes, this is the... this is similar to my Blaze Black Volt White Superior, as it does have the Leaf Storm, and yeah, so obviously Blaze Black Volt White Superior is definitely better because, it has a dragon typing and stuff like that, but I think Superior is best going to be in UU, because, I mean, it does not have enough power to take on things. I mean, it only has a base 75 special attack, and as you saw there, even at +2, a Hidden Power Fire still did not take out that Shaman after the Leaf Storm damage. So that kind of sucks. In comes the Arcanine. I don't think that the Dragon Pulse will be able to take out the Arcanine, so I'm just gonna make a safe play, switch right into my Gligar, and take a Flare Blitz to the face. Actually fairly well, for a Flare Blitz from a Life Orb Arcanine. And yeah, so I take another one, which is just fine with me because I'm going to Roost up, and that gets more Life Orb damage and recoil damage onto him, which is great. So I go for the Roost, and that thing is nice and happy, healthy. My Gligar is great at full HP, as it will be now, and then in comes his Blastoise, and yeah, so that is awesome. So I go for a Toxic, and he just goes for a Toxic of his own. He told me he was predicting either the Umbreon or the Superior to come in, which are two valid plays, because not very many people will stay in on a Blastoise with a Gligar. I am one of those people, especially if I was at full health. I knew I could take any one hit, even if he did have the Ice Beam, because he was a defensive Blastoise, but more than likely he was a defensive Blastoise. I know I could be able to take an Ice Beam, so yeah, that's great, because yeah, I switch into Trolleon now. I do get burned, but it's not really a big deal because I do have the Heal Bell going to heal myself up, and then he switches into the Scrafty, and I'm like, oh shit, because I'm really hoping this thing to be Bulk Up, because Bulk Up will be one of the best, so it will be good for me because I could still take it out with my Mian Xiao. With the high jump catch because the Mian Xiao is powerful. But no, he's Dragon Dance, and hopefully he is adamant, but he's not. But he is running Jolly, meaning that he cannot kill my Mian Xiao, and I'm able to take him out with the high jump kick. That was amazing, and that is like the dilemma of freaking Scrafty. You run Jolly, you outspeed things, but you don't get kills. You run Adamant, you get the kills, but you don't outspeed. I mean, it's kind of an interesting dilemma, but yeah. So anyway, he has a Raikou in here, and he shows me Aura Sphere, so that's telling me that he is definitely a Scarfed Raikou. Either that or he's, you know, cheating. But whatever. I just go for a Leaf Storm knowing I could take any one hit, and I just wanted to scout what kind of Raikou he was. Turns out he is Scarfed, and I just go into my Gligar knowing I could take an Aura Sphere all day, every day, yeah, stuff and things. So he goes and switches into his Blastoise as I just go for an Earthquake, because, you know, might as well get a little bit of damage on anything. Blastoise comes in, takes it like a boss, just because, you know, that's what Blastoise does. And, yeah, so I go ahead and switch on out of there into my Charlie Sheen, and he actually pulls a very decent double switch, and he switches on out into his Arcanine. And now, I know the electric move, the Volt Switch, the Thunderbolt is very obvious at this point, but nope, I have my little prediction panties on today, and I go for the Hidden Power Ice, and I smack that Gligar in the face, and that is great. So yeah, this is a Specs Raikou. It's not one of my favorite choiced users in the UU tier, but it is incredibly powerful. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna use this thing. I mean, it's great. So in comes the Arcanine. I just go into Gligar, knowing it can't take 2 Flare Blitzes at the range it's at, but it's just fine because I do get more recoil and Life Orb damage on him, and that looks to me like that's going to be 2 Life Orb hits. So I'm going to switch into my Toothless, and I'm just going to go for Earthquakes. And so he switches into the Blastoise, and he's not really going to appreciate an Earthquake. I'm assuming this thing is specially defensive. So yeah, does not appreciate that Earthquake very well at all. But instead of staying in and Earthquaking again, I'm actually going to switch into my Umbreon, and I'm going to take a Toxic. He actually makes a very good play there, going for the Toxic instead of the obvious Scald. So very good play on his part. And then I'm just going to finish him off with Toxic damage. The reason I went into Umbreon is that I did not want my Flygon in there. I want to keep pressure on his Scarfed Raikou to lock himself into one move that can hit all my Pokemon. If I lose my Flygon, he can lock himself into Thunderbolt at the range my Superior is at. It can kill, and I don't know. I can't remember what my Raikou's range of health is at, but it doesn't really matter because I go for a Wish, and he is going to go for another Scald. Thankfully, he doesn't get the burn, which is nice, and he does die off to the Toxic damage, which is good. So Arcanine comes back in, and I do go for the Protect just to get my Wish right back up. And on this next play, I do something really weird. What I should have done is just kept my Umbreon at a very high health like it is now, switched into my Raikou, and let him die off to 2 Life Orb hits. But I decided just to stay in and let my Umbreon take a close combat. I knew it could take it, mind you, but I don't know, looking back on this, that was just kind of like a stupid play on my part. I mean, he could have critted my Umbreon, and without my Umbreon, I easily would have lost this match. I don't know, it was just kind of odd to me, so, I mean, just looking back on it now. So, I go ahead and I switch into my Charlie Sheen, just trying to sack it to his last Life Orb hit. But as we will see here in a second, I actually am able to live this close combat. So that would have been the best play for me to do, is gone into my Raikou and kept my Umbreon in incredibly high health, and he would have been forced to go for either an Extreme Speed or switched into his Raikou and taken a hit. either way, it still wouldn't have worked out very well for him. And yeah, so he goes ahead and locks himself onto the Hidden Power Ice. I go into Flygon, just maybe in case he wasn't running full speed investment, and I could just finish this game quickly. But no, he is running max speed investment, meaning that he is able to outspeed my Flygon by 1 point. And yeah, that is just crazy. So I go into Umbreon. I just go for a Wish, just as, you know, some extra. I don't know. I don't know what word I'm saying, but it doesn't matter. I just go for a Foul Play. I didn't think that Foul Play would kill in one shot, but yeah, it does, and that's great for me because I take out his Raikou, and that is the game. So thank you, KBAB179. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not. Whatever. It doesn't matter. How's it going, man? I know he's a sub of mine, so be sure to go check out his channel. I don't know what he does on his channel. I don't even know if he uploads, but yeah, so thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any suggestions for, you know, little GIFs or, you know, little video things that you want me to put in the background of the team preview, go ahead, link them to me on Skype. I'll see if I can use it. I mean, it's pretty interesting. I like my new little team preview thing that I got going. So, all right, so that is the game for today. Question of the day: what is the one unreleased Dream World Pokemon that you are looking forward to the most? And don't say Chandelure, because obviously we're all looking forward to Shadow Tag Chandelure. I mean, it's pretty obvious. So mine is definitely superior. I don't know, maybe Volt Absorb Raikou and Sheer Force Feraligatr are up there. Lightning Rod Zapdos is definitely up there. But definitely Contrary Superior is what I'm looking forward to most. But I've been rambling on enough, so I'm going to shut up. And yeah, so like, comment, sub, all that good shit. I love you all, and deuces.